Hey, good morning, guys. It's Steve KI5J. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope everyone's has a good Christmas day. It's still early this morning here in Texas, so thought I'd come out here in the barn and do a couple of videos before we do the Christmas thing today. What I wanted to show you was some of the things that I use for my sending tools. I'm starting to do some videos now where I'm actually able to make some QSOs, but I wanted to show you some techniques I use for sending and some what I call modeling my QSOs. So what I do is I use FLDIgi basically, and I have on my setup here, I have the little open list book here, and this is where I have a lot of the frequencies, 2850, this 2867.5, that is a W1WA, I think that's a actually just a beacon, but it sends CW if you want to practice copying. There's a 114, that's the SKCC slow speed. So I've got a couple of things going on here. Also, I have the ability to go to sideband voice, and I can go to AM if I want to. So I utilize FLRig because what it does is it keeps track of the modes. For example, if you go to voice, it'll switch everything over to USB, and if I want to go back to 50, I can do that also. The other thing I do is I utilize FLRig. I have some tabs set up over here. Tab B is my CW tab, so I've got my zero beat, spot, back in or break in, break off, and so forth, squelch and power levels. I usually do 5 watts on CW level. That's the level of audio input that comes in from the radio. So if the signal's a little strong, I can back it off. But let me show you what I got going on. I use Notepad, and I have a couple of things here. One of the things that I have is this little thing called sending aids. And what I do here is I have mnemonic phrases that help me remember the individual characters. So this is kind of my cheat sheet, and I'll put this in the video so everyone can see it. But it's a lot of this is not my creation. I've used it from other videos, but it's great information. It's pretty well known. A lot of people recognize these mnemonic phrases and so forth, but I wanted to show you kind of how I build the QSO. So I have a little thing called a building block here, and what I do is I essentially have, if I make a contact, I will put the station's name here, and what I will do is I will practice injecting that name, and I will use this script here. And for example, in this here, I might say, KC3TGU, DKI5JUF, good morning. Tom, you're 5'9" in Texas. My name is Steve. This is my SKCC number, and then back from KI5JUF. The other option is too, if I want to have a longer QSO, I can send this one here. This is the same format basically. The rig is a Yaesu 991A QRP, vertical 6, Charlie Papa 610, weather's cool, back to you. And then, of course, the closing, since it's a Christmas holiday, it's got a little special stuff going on here. It's in the other station's call sign. Roger, Roger, which means good copy, of course. Fine business. Thank you for QSO. Merry Christmas. Hope to see you later. 73. So that's how I build the QSO. So I sit here, and I usually get up like at 4:30 in the morning and have coffee, and I will sit here and I will send Qs. I will send this over and over and over. And a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll change the call sign because that gives me practice. Like say if I want to go KC8, I can practice the character 8, or if I want to, practice W, I can change that to W. So it just kind of gives you something to build on. So let me do some quick video to show you what I'm sending, but this is my building blocks. It's a simple little thing that I have that I use for sending, and I do this over and over and over, and that's kind of how I get the rhythm between my mind and my hand. So last thing I'll show you real quick, I've got a list of the 100 common words, and I'll do another video on this. I practice sending these words. So there's also some videos that you can listen to from Ham Radio QRP. I think he's got some great stuff. 15 words per minute, that's what I use. I learned at 18, got to rhythmic mnemonic rhythm at 18, but I find I had to slow down to 15 because that's about where I can send 12 to 15, and I'm learning to recopy everything at 15. So anyway, I'll get to the key, and thanks for watching. Hey, good morning, guys. Again, Steve. So I got my my little model made up here on my little cheat sheet. I've got the call sign KC6 Tango Golf Whiskey. Name is Bill. So I'm going to practice injecting that. So the first thing I'll do is I'll call CQ, and break end is off, so I'm not transmitting. Call sign again. All right, we'll see, comes back. So now I've got the he just answered me, so I'm going to answer him back, and I'm going to go Kilo Charlie 6 Tango Golf Whiskey, Kangaroo Coca-Cola. Good morning, Bill. You're 5NN or 59. N is also 59, but I just use that just for practice. In Texas. Texas. Texas again. Name is Steve. Steve again. SKCC number. Number 28058. And then his call sign, Kilo Charlie 6 Tango Golf Whiskey. Whoops, I sent C by mistake instead of K, so I'm going to redo it. Kangaroo, not Coca-Cola. Alright, so he just answered me. Now I'm going to close him real quick, so we're going to go ahead and give his call sign again. Kangaroo, Kangaroo, Coca-Cola. Let's do it again. Now we're going to say Roger, Roger. Fine business. Thank you, TU. For FER. QSO. Merry Christmas. Christmas. Hope to see you again. HPE. Penelope. See you later. 73. KI5JUF. Whoops. SK. Alright, so the mnemonics that I'm using, for example, KI5JUF, kangaroo, iPad, catch a friendly beat, in jail, 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 uniform, fetch a fireman. So that's kind of the mnemonics I'm using. So like if I wanted to use a different one, I could say Kilo Charlie 6 Tango Golf Whiskey, kangaroo, Coca-Cola, hey collect it now, ton, good morning, the World War. So those are some of the mnemonics. So you kind of see how you use that mnemonic melody in your head, and that transfers to the keys. So anyway, I just want to share with you what I'm doing for sending, because I don't receive very good. Still copying is always a major problem, but I'm working on it. But my thinking was if I could solve, or at least get the sending situation going to where I could start doing QSOs on the air, I can use FLDIgi to help me also where I can't translate it. FLDIgi kind of helps me, and that's kind of cheating, but if I can get my sending down, I think the copying will come naturally. It'll just take time, but anyway, I just thought I would accelerate the process and try to get the sending going as quick as possible. Okay, thanks again for watching. Merry Christmas.